Hi everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Crypto Live Chat, because we gotta know what's happening with Ethereum and Voxel and Dogecoin and all the other coins. NG pumping, Kaspa pumping, Bitcoin consolidating. You know, there are definitely coins that are a little bit, you know, shaky. So we gotta know. So, you know, today I thought we should just have a nice chat. It's Saturday night, you know. Yesterday I was a little bit tired. Today I'm not. So, you know, we do it when we can. You know, but it's nice to have at least once a week, you know, live stream that's not Bitcoin daily, and just look at, you know, random coins and see what's actually happening. It's, well, we got a, you know, Norwegian tap water on the table. It's a very clean Norwegian tap. It's the best in the world. Norwegian tap water is like the best in the world, and we get it right from the lake, not so far from here, which is very nice. And, you know, there's that. I don't know if there are any moons going on right now. We might check the moons. Where is our moon indicator? Moon phases. There you go. We got a bull moon over here. We got a bull moon. So we are in the bull right now. But right now it's coming this, you know, this newbie moon very soon. New moon very soon. So, you know, the big question is, will the new moon push us down? But yeah, no. We're not gonna go into that. We're not gonna go again into the moons and the phases and all of that. You know, you can trick me once, you know, shame on you. Trick me twice, again, shame on you. So there's that. So we're not going into the moons. The moons are dead to us. And, you know, fortunately, the moons are dead. I mean, technically, unfortunately, because it would have been nice if we had the moons. At least we would have, you know, the billionaire's cheat sheet. But, you know, we don't. So, you know, there is that. I've been driving my car for like 2 hours, you know, to pick up something. And I had the time to watch Ivan Tech. I had time to, you know, not to watch, but listen to Ivan Tech. I had time to listen to Cryptoras and some other guys. And, you know, people are talking about ETFs. People are talking about institutional bull run. This is the institutional bull run. And we got to be careful a little bit about that, because when it comes to institutions, once they buy, it's pretty much over. If you remember in 2021, when we were very close towards stop, sorry about this, we can actually find it on the day where, right up here, this one over here. This is when, was it over here or over here? I think it was this one over here. This is when Elon Musk bought Bitcoin. I don't think this is this. It's this one. It's this one over here. This is when Elon Musk bought in. Yes, it went a little bit higher than that, but, you know, it was pretty much over, right? So, and I remember from the last bull market, beside Ivan Tep and some other indicators, I learned my lesson. When Elon Musk buys, it's pretty much over. When Amazon gets in and Apple gets in, it's pretty much over. When institutions get in, it's pretty much over, because you gotta ask yourself, and the same thing goes for example, Pepe. If you remember Pepe, the meme coin, when it started pumping, it got listed on every single exchange. Every single exchange listed Pepe. What happened? Pepe went down. Why? Because there is nothing left. There is literally nothing left after that can pump the price. You just got listed on every single exchange. What is there left that you can actually pump the price with? The same goes with the 2021 bull market. The richest guy in the world bought your Bitcoin, right? What's there left, after that? Nothing. There's nothing left. So we gotta know when institutions come in and buy, if they do come in and buy, because there is a lot of talk that they are institutions and they need ETFs because they need to go to regulated stuff. But when they come in and buy, it's pretty much over. It's pretty much game over. That's why we always say that, once these ETFs gets approved, it's pretty much over, because there is nothing left after that. Once the ETFs are approved, there is nothing left. So let's assume right now that ETFs are gonna be approved right over here. ETFs are gonna be approved right over here. And once we get up there and ETFs get approved, how are you gonna push the price? Because right now we are pushing the price up because of the ETFs. ETFs gonna push the price. But once we are up there, how are you gonna push the price above that? You can't. There is no way you can push the price. You need something, you need some kind of catalyst to push the price above certain levels, right? You need something, you need people to believe in something is gonna come. So if they buy the top, that they're gonna make the profits, right? Because if they buy the ETF, new stop, how are they gonna believe that there is something in the future that's gonna even pump even more? You need something else, and that gets me to the next. That gets me to the next point about Ethereum. Let's just remove this a little bit. We've been all looking at this, this channel on Ethereum over here when it's gonna break out, right? And you can see nicely over here that this channel, creates some kind of bottom up here, went to the top up here and started consolidating up here and in extortion pattern towards the upside and exploded again towards the upside. And it got me thinking, and I've been thinking lately, I know it's a shock, I've been thinking, but I've been using my brain a little bit and thinking, why does this happen? Why do the news come right over here? Because if you remember, a couple of days ago, the news about Ethereum ETF came out, and we know that the chart always tells the story, because again, repeat after me, we know that there is somebody out there that knows something. Somebody knows something. There is always somebody who knows something, because people have friends, people have connections, people have partners, people talk, they're networking. Somebody knows something about somebody. So when price goes towards upside, towards certain level of resistance, it's not always where it's it's gonna break it. Oftentimes you will see it comes to the resistance, it hugs the resistance, but it does not actually break the resistance. But I've been thinking, oftentimes this actually happens, and this is just a theory, but everything is a theory. But I was thinking, maybe, just maybe, somebody knows something is gonna happen. They pump the price and waiting for that thing to happen. Oftentimes they think that news event, that something comes out, price tries to goes up, but maybe it's not so bullish. Maybe it's not so bullish and just pulls back and goes back towards downside. On other times, this happens. Other time, that news, that thing that the people that knew have been waiting for is so bullish they just explodes towards upside. So they pump the price up to a certain level of resistance in waiting of that thing that's gonna come. And once that thing is gonna come, maybe they know it's gonna come, but they are a little bit unsure what kind of effect it's gonna have on the market. Because you see often the price in any kind of consolidation pattern close to the resistance level, doesn't matter what kind of, maybe it's some kind of rising wedge, whatever, right? But you'll see price coming very, very close to that very important major resistance level, consolidating and waiting. Oftentimes, and we've seen consolidation that lasted for a very, very long time. Price goes somewhere and then starts consolidating. And you see a triangle, and it just kind of breaks out the triangle and continue consolidating. Then you draw a channel, and then it just does, the bigger channel up here. And then you draw a bigger channel, but it just keeps on consolidating because somebody's waiting for something. Somebody's waiting for, somebody knows something, somebody's waiting for something. So consolidations oftentimes might indicate that somebody's waiting for something to come out. That might be the case. How's everybody doing in the chat, by the way? Dimut, yo, what's up? Garrett, how you doing, man? Yo, Jurgen, my boy. Rimia, hi, how you doing, man? Damjan, what's up? Garrett, the blue is balls. We are the blue balls, guys. Not a lot of people, bought down here, and there are still, a lot of people who didn't. Now, unfortunately, this goes for Bitcoin. We are still, blue balls if we are on Chilis down here. Not technically, because Chilis all the way. What's down there? I think AVX, no, Anchor. What's down at the bottom still? Is there anything that's on the very bottom? I don't know. Maybe. Is there anything that's dead? XLM is down here somewhere, right? Some kind of button down here. Down here. This is Radix. Oh, this is Ivan on TechCoin, guys, and it's on the bottom. Get ready for Radix to pump, guys. And when it pumps, it's gonna pump like this over here, and that's gonna be a 50% move. So Radix is very, very close to pumping. But yes, we are the blue balls, and when it comes to Bitcoin down here, we have said that this over here was capitulation. This is the time to dollar cost average. I did not believe this move down here is gonna, go for so long. I was thinking that we might need a spring, and that's why we always say these springs are, God-given springs. Springs, oftentimes you will see the price coming to some kind of resistance level, and then I have a spring before it actually goes towards the upside. These springs are very, very important, and they are very, very bullish. And latest spring that's actually stupidly bullish happened on a lot of coins, because if you remember when Ethereum pumped not so long ago, yesterday, 2 days ago, a lot of altcoins went down like 10-15%, right? Remember that? A lot of altcoins went down, and one of these altcoins was DYDX, which was up like 10% today. But I want to short along this, but it also had this this God-given spring. You can see the spring went down right back above the moving averages, back inside the channel, and just explode towards the upside up here. Right now it's having a pullback up here, but it is, so these springs over here, they are very, very majestic, very good, very bullish. Oftentimes you'll see these springs all over the time place. Oftentimes also these springs comes below the very major support levels. You'll see price consolidating, get below the spring, right back inside and towards upside, like over here, right? But maybe there is some kind of bigger trend where there's a major support level, and everybody thinks that once you break the support level, technically you're down. That's done, it's over. Oftentimes it's not. Oftentimes breaking major support levels indicate capitulation, and we know that capitulation means God-given opportunity to long that crap. Right? So these springs up here, they are very, very majestic, and we said a lot of things, but down here at the bottom, this is the dollar cost average area, right? This is the dollar cost average. We don't dollar cost all the way down, because we know where the bottom is, but once you get very close to the bottom, you're not very actually sure where the bottom is. Now, dollar cost averaging up here for Bitcoin was fine. Dollar cost averaging for altcoins is still fine, but after this pump up here, when Bitcoin continued over here towards upside, altcoins did this move up here. So a lot of altcoins are, a lot lower than the actual capitulation of Bitcoin. So the lesson we can actually learn from this, this bear market, if there is any lessons to be learned, and there has been a whole bunch of lessons, is that Bitcoin and altcoins are not playing out the same way in the bear market. In the bull market, they pump more than Bitcoin. In the bear market, they can drop lower than Bitcoin. So just looking at the Bitcoin and where the bottom is does not mean that there is also, bottom for altcoins. There has been a lot of altcoins that have, created this bottom and just gone towards upside, right? Ethereum being one of them, right? It created the same bottom up here and just continued towards upside. And there have been other as well. Cardano is not one of those, because Cardano created the bottom and then continued lower than that, which was not a very nice thing to do, because I hodl a lot of Cardano. But you can see up here right now, it goes very, very fast towards the upside. Not only that, it's very close up here towards this part up here. So assume you bought up here. You have been, underwater ever since this point up here. You have been underwater since October 2022, and we are right now. For 1 year, you are underwater, and then it takes only how many days? It takes only like, something like, 23 days to get back up. Price always pumps more than it dumps. The consolidations and the dumps are very, very important in the price, because that gets, you know, the weekends out of the market, that bores out people, that, you know, that clears out the room. And it's, you know, it's very important that when you are in any kind of consolidation, any kind of bearish moment that where you want to get people out, it's important to have these, you know, these moves very, very long to get people out. Now, Cardano was one of the big players in the previous bull market. Up here, very, very big moves. And of course, Cardano, I don't know if Cardano was the biggest, you know, hype in the previous bull. I think it was the biggest hype in the previous bull market. Besides Shiba, you know, it was the biggest pipe in the previous bull market, right? And of course, anything that has a huge amount of hype will dump more than other coins. So if you have you know, something like Cardano, if you have some other coin that pumped a little bit but they didn't pump as much as Cardano, and there was not much hype, you know, it doesn't have to go this much and for this long to get everybody out, because the market is trying to get out the people up here. They're trying to get out everybody, right? And they're pushing the price as far down as they can to get everybody out, and then, you know, it can actually go up here again. When everybody sells, when the most hardcore of the hardcore diamond hands sell, that's when actually price can actually go up. But Bitcoin up here, down here was the, you know, dollar cost averaging part. We had a couple of very fast moves towards upside over here, and right now we are coming to this move that's not gonna pull back, and that's also very, very important. The move cannot pull back, and the reason for that being is that we cannot let everybody buy in, right? So people that are right now waiting, bears that did not, you know, dollar cost average, bears that didn't fail to buy these, you know, these pullbacks over here, bears that, you know, are you know, have been waiting for these moves towards downside, you know, to buy lower, they are still waiting for a pullback right now, because right now they are convinced that, you know, 32k is broken, but this is gonna pull back. I still get a chance to buy lower. I'm gonna wait a little bit, and it pumps a little bit more. And yeah, but it's gonna dump down here, they tell themselves, you know, it's gonna dump, it's gonna consolidate up here and it's gonna dump down, and I'm gonna get it down here. But no, it just pumps a little bit more higher, right? And then they're like, oh my god, it's gonna, you know, any kind of move down, I'm gonna long that, and suddenly it's up here at 50k, right? And then they FOMO in, right? So in this last part over here, we cannot have any pullbacks. Unfortunately, we cannot have any pullbacks. If you bought, you bought. This is only for Bitcoin, not for altcoins. Altcoins are a different game. We are just looking at Bitcoin chart right now. But we cannot have any kind of pullbacks, because if you have a pullback, that means that people buy. If they buy, like, who's gonna, you know, who are we gonna sell our, you know, Bitcoin to if they buy now? Because the mainstream is not here yet, the moms and pops is not here, the grandma and granddad is not here, our friends are not here, so we cannot sell to them, unfortunately. So, you know, we gotta sell to the people that are already here, the bears that are gonna FOMO in at the top. So you cannot have any pullbacks. That's why these patterns, even though they are very extremely bearish patterns, this exhaustion pattern, big move towards the upside with exhaustion pattern towards up, these are extremely bearish pattern. And any kind of bearish, you know, any kind of bearish scenario or any kind of, you know, sideways consolidation part, this will just have pulled back. Right? It's a normal bearish pattern. Bull flags goes towards, for people unfamiliar with that, if you have a big pole and, you know, price consolidates towards downside, that's a bull flag. When it actually consolidates towards the upside, it's actually exhaustion flag, because price, you know, buys and then the rest of the buyers are FOMOing in, and they have, eventually there are no more buyers left and the price pulls back towards downside. It's psychologically very understandable and very easy to see. Unfortunately, when these bearish patterns break towards upside, that means there is extreme bullishness in the chart, and that we can actually just continue going towards upside. So not only do I think that we are not going to have any kind of pullbacks towards downside, I also think that because this consolidation over here took 2 weeks, I don't think there are going to be, you know, 1 week consolidation. I think the last part up here is going to go very, very fast towards upside, towards ever the target is, and once it's reached, you know, whatever that's it, you know, 46, 45, 50k levels up here at the top, that is when we think that, you know, everybody's FOMOed in, and then we can actually have a pullback. This also look a little bit like a parabolic move towards upside. We might talk a little bit about that later, but it does look like it might be, just might be, you know, nice, you know, very, you know, parabolic move. I don't know how you can. It doesn't look like a parabolic. It's too fast. It's too fast. But it goes down, and there's also a trend line over here that's right now holding. So I don't want to break the trend line. If this is a parabolic move, the trend line should not be broken up here, right? So the trend line up here should not be broken. If you see the break on the trend line, you know that might be one of the first danger signs for us right now. That might, you know, tell us that something is wrong. On the other hand, oftentimes if this is a parabolic move, what does happen up here, this increases in speed. And then we get another trend line over here. And then we are looking for the break on this trend line to see actually where the top is, right? But increasing speed is gonna come very, very soon, because once this actually trend line is broken, it's pretty much over. So right now we cannot actually go back below 36, 35k, give or take down here, because trend line is getting broken. If the trend line is broken, the trend is broken, and you know, bye bye 46k. But we still think that we need to go higher, because people need still, you know, the bears need to FOMO in. They need to buy our bags at 46k, 50k, and then we can actually pull back. So we're gonna see how that actually plays out. Here to my downfall, lol, what a call to action. Exactly. By the way, guys, unsubscribe to anybody telling you that 38k is the top. Literally, unsubscribe to them right now. Go to whoever you are following, click on the, you know, subscribe button and unsubscribe right now. If they say 38, because that means they have no idea what they're talking about. Literally no idea. Now, on the other hand, if we fail this, you know, I'm gonna take my reputation put my reputation on the line and say, if we fail right now, breaking 38 and going on above 40k, if we fail to that, come back to my channel and unsubscribe to me, okay? I am that confident that 38 is not the bottom. Sorry, not the top. 38k is actually the top. Crypto unicorn. Ah, the guy. Jurgen, you too, how you doing, man? Robert, it's only cycle top. Cycle top. I think 38.43. That is very important. Debuting, what's up, man? I think 32, 33k, 42, 43k is also next level after 38k. That's gonna be a pit stop resistance level before we actually break it. We all know the sky's the limit. Let's go 100k. Too much, too fast. When you hit local top, a retracement around 31 should help. I don't know about retracement to 31k, but you know, we can actually look at that. How much of a retracements could we have once we hit up here? So let's just look at, you know, historically how, you know, Bitcoin has been pulling back, and we're not gonna count the Corona dump, because that doesn't matter. So this is a 50% pullback down here. That's a 52% pullback. Let's go a little bit more back in time. Over here, this is the 2016 move, 2014. Yeah, this was parabolic move. This didn't have any kind of pullback. I think they had a pullback over here. The first pullback out of the room up here was, you know, this one. But all of these moves are actually very, very large. And Bitcoin didn't do anything, like 40%, 40%. All of these moves are pretty, you know, very, very big. This is 33% move. This over here is something like, you know, 34% move. This was a big one, I think. No, it's not big one, it was very high up. This over 40% move, yeah. So 30-40%, you know, dumps have been, you know, corrections. But this over here is a little bit different, because this is a parabolic move. So, you know, the trend has not been broken, it's just been pulling back to the line. And over here, this last one, could you say this is the big one? But this, you know, this is, you know, 2030 up. This pulls 74%. This is not it. So yeah. So 50%. Last time it pulled 50%. Now the big question is, are we gonna pull down 50%? So, you know, 50% for 46k, give or take, that's gonna get you down all the way down to like 22k, which I don't believe that's the case. Now it might be the case, but I don't think we're gonna get into the zone though. You can see down here, whoever bought in this box down here in this accumulation zone over here, the only thing that came into the accumulation zone is this week over here. This is the Corona dump, and I don't think the Corona dump was supposed to happen. I don't think it was priced in. Maybe somebody knew something, but I don't think it was priced in. It was very hard. I mean, technically you could price in, you know, a pullback over here, because over here around February, as early as January, you know, there was something going on. Early as January. I think it. Yeah, I was reading that even down here in December there was news and stories about certain things in China. But over here, I was telling my wife, why isn't the markets actually dumping? You know, they were closing down China, they were closing down Italy, and I was like, it's crazy, and markets are not dumping. Eventually, they actually did dump. But this was an extraordinary black swan event, and I do not believe it's gonna happen. So this part down here at the bottoms are the safest thing to buy, you know, for hodlers holding, because I don't think we ever came, you know, into that golden area accumulation zone ever again. So once you get into the accumulation zone, whatever that accumulation is, you don't go back into the accumulation zone. That much at least it looks like that, right? So this move up here, I don't think we're gonna get back into the accumulation zone. Accumulation zone goes from 25k up here something. So once we go towards the upside up here, if you have any kind of pullback from 46, 45k, I don't think we're gonna go like, it could be, I mean, we could technically do go down, but I don't think we're gonna do that. I don't think we're gonna do that, but I'm gonna dump around 30%. That's, you know, that's very likely, you know, you go back down below, you know, below where we are right now, because right now the FOMO kicks in, right? So, you know, getting back down in and, you know, getting everybody, because everybody that FOMOs right now in up here, it's gonna get underwater as soon as we, you know, go back like 30% towards downside. So that doesn't seem unreasonable. Could we go back to 32k? I definitely see that. 25k, a little bit, you know, on the side when it comes to that. Mladen is in the chat. Woof, woof, woof. Dogecoin is in the room. By the way, guys, Dogecoin is about to do the moves. I got a couple of lines up here. I don't know if you're gonna agree with my lines, but you know, whatever. I got my lines, you got your lines. And it is breaking towards upside. But it's not still breaking out of any kind of rising channel towards upside, which is actually very, very stupidly bullish. But this is gonna, might go. There is another line up here. You can see these stops up here, very important tops up here. And these stops go somewhere up here. But that's broken, this is broken. This one up here is broken. Yeah, so this broke, retested, consolidate right now is breaking towards upside. So you got to go something like this over here, maybe. Maybe something like this. A lot of stuff is broken. It looks like it's breaking out. It doesn't matter. It looks like it's breaking out. There is a resistance level over here. It's breaking that as well. This is a weekly time frame. So it is looking very, very good. Now, there are 3 coins, meme coins, that you should definitely, you know, watch. Not a financial advice. You do your money, I do my money, you know, everything. There are no fundamentals to the Dogecoin, Shiba Inu and Pepe. But, unfortunately, these dogs always pump. Well, we don't know if Pepe always pumps or Shiba Inu always pump, but Dogecoin always pumps for whatever reason. So we are waiting for Dogecoin to pump as well. But Dogecoin, 2017 meme coin. Shiba Inu 2021 meme coin and Pepe 2024-25 meme coin. You know, these 3 leaders of the memes, you know, you gotta watch these guys, because these coins, they don't go like, you know, 20%. When they go so hard. Remember last, you know, euphoria move on up here on you know, it did 13x. I mean, it didn't do much. It did 13x up here. How much? I think this over here was 10x, something like that. Yeah, 10x. So it did 10x, but it did 10x 2 times, right? The first move up here was 10x as well. So you see 10x and 10x again. And when it comes to these meme coins, they do 10x, right? So this started doing 10x over here from January, you know, 10x, pull back and then 10x. So together that's like 100x together towards top, right? 80x up here, actually, to all the way start, yeah. 100x. So Dogecoin did 100x, and that's how they do it. That's how they calculate. So you might ask yourself, man, this is the EA Fans Club secret, but it is about X's, guys. It is about X's. From the very bottom move towards the top of the move, it's something like 10x, and then they pull, you know, and the same goes up here. From wherever it's, you know, the move starts up here. This is actually 20x from down here. This consolidation up here is 10x. Maybe this move is also 10x as well. Let me see here, we'll start up here something, 3x up here, all the way down here, 5x. Okay, so it did first, you know, it did 5x, pulled back, did 10x, pull back, and did another 10x, and and then it was over, right? So 5, 10, 10x, it did move towards the upside. But when it comes to, for example, like Pepe coins and stuff like that, right? We are also considering that they're gonna do the same thing. Maybe 5x up here, pulls back, and however much it pulls back, right? Pulls back and does 10x up here, give or take. Does a 10x move up here, right? And then it pulls back again, and it does another 10x, right? Where's 10x? All the way up here. I'm a little bit unsure what it's gonna have to do. The same kind of Dogecoin move, but there's always hope. But keep an eye on Dogecoin, Pepe, and Shiba Inu, guys, because these coins pump so hard, guys. So hard. So hard. What's up, Captain? How you doing? What's up, guys? By the way, guys, I'm a little bit late on the chat, so I'm just going, from the top towards downside, so I'll read all the comments eventually. Garrett, how can I gift a membership, friend a membership? I have absolutely no clue. I have absolutely no clue. But if you want to do that, find a way. That line, Edward, what's up? We know the date, we know the target. No. Mladen knows the date. Mladen knows the target. We just believe in Mladen. We believe in Mladen. So that is that. That's right, Mario. It's time to sell, or at least the plan to 45k max, then buy the dip. Eventually. I don't know, we know. There is also another thing. Yes, we are talking about 46k, 50k, give or take up here at top. Guys, when it comes to technical analysis, we don't know. I gotta say this over and over again because we don't actually know. We know where the resistance level are. We know where the targets are. We know how high we should go. We know we can analyze it on a psychological levels, like where the FOMO kicks in, where what people are doing. Are they euphoric? Are they in fear? That's why we have fear and greed indicators, because that's a real thing. But unfortunately, we don't know where the price is gonna stop or continue. But what we don't know, that major target is around 46k, and we are gonna probably turn bearish around those levels. Now that said, we are not crypto savvy, we are not capo, we are not perma bears or perma bulls or anything. If I see breakage, if I see consolidation, if I see moves, if I see bullishness, if I see momentum, I'm still gonna continue to say, okay, but you know what, 46k is out of the room, we broke the 50k levels, we bull. We gotta continue. We gotta go with the flow, right? We gotta go for the flow. I mean, our analysis or targets right now is 46k, between 40 of I would say 45 to 50k, give or take. 45 because of these levels up here. I mean, that's the box. That's the box. But once we get here, that's the only time we know whether we're gonna pull back or not. We don't know whether we're gonna pull back or not. We don't know even whether we're gonna pull back at 42 or not. We need to get to those levels and see how price reacts to those levels to actually make our opinion on what's happening in the market, because we don't know what's gonna be up there. We cannot predict the future, but when we get there, when we see the charts, how the charts are reacting to the resistance level, what people are posting, what people are saying, how people are reacting, what they are thinking, only then we can actually make a new assumption about whether we're gonna break or not. And when we get there, we'll probably do that. We'll do another analysis and look at whether we're gonna break that or not. Somebody knows something. Somebody always knows something. Let's finally catch a live stream, boy. Anecdotal Smith, long time no see, man. Glad to have you here. Edward, too good. 12k soon. The spring was 5-minute candle. Yeah, but still, it is very important. So I'm a little bit, behind on the chat, but it is very important. Even though it's 5-minute spring, it doesn't really matter. So this spring was on DYDX. Where is the DYDX up here? So the spring was down here on DYDX. It looks like it's a 1 hourly. This was actually not 5 minutes. Yeah, it was 5-minute spring. It really doesn't matter whether this is a 5-minute spring or not. What it did this, it's got a lot of people out of the market, right? So a lot of people made a long positions over here, and maybe they have stop loss over here, but a lot of stop loss up here. A lot of people have had too much leverage up here on the breakout, right? On the breakout. So doing this very speedy move, you get out a lot of the bulls, right? You get out of a lot of these leverage traders. You get out of a lot of you know, with the stop loss. You get out of a lot of the weekends. It doesn't matter whether it's a 5-minute candle. It is very important candle. And once it starts going towards the upside, these people that just got out, they need to get back in. So they're pushing the price towards up. Not only that, people will see this move towards the upside and start shorting down here. And then it goes towards the upside. So you got a, you know, extra liquidation. Then you break the, you know, move towards the upside. The springs are, you know, majestically important on the chart. 46k next week. There you go. Mladen knows. Buy gaming crypto. I think that might be the case. I agree. Max Payne. Max Payne is up. Yeah, Max Payne is up. Then dump it. Yeah, right now the Max Payne is definitely up. I'm taking prints and alone like crazy. RSC retest. Bullish trends tend to don't care about, you know, overextended levels. So if you go to the daily time frame, we are overextended on daily. 100% definitely overextended on daily, but you know, we going towards upside, we are consolidating in an uptrend. This is option consolidation part. Can it pull back down here around 37, 38k levels? I mean, there are definitely people shorting these levels. And if you do go back down below, you know, they're gonna be like, told you so, and they might be right. Like, I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna be right. But there is line up here, so we are waiting. If you wanna, if I would wanna, you know, be bearish, I wanna see this line break. If these lines break, you know, we're gonna reassess the analysis, but you know, as long as this line hasn't broken, you know, I don't see anything bearish. If you look at a Bitcoin, there is no big pullbacks. I mean, people are shorting these levels. People have been shorting these levels for a very, very long time, and we went towards upside. Do you know how many shorters means telling us that this is the top and we have to go towards downside over here? And then it broke towards upside. And look at this. Look how the chart looks up here. It pulled back right back up here. There is no big shorting up here at the top. There is no big shorting. This isn't any kind of, you know, topping out pattern or anything like that. I don't see it. This is a 4-hourly time frame. This is a 4-hourly time frame. And they're talking about bearish divergences and stuff like that. Bearish divergences don't matter on the. They don't matter in strong trends. People don't understand that, but divergences don't matter in strong trends. You know, you get wrecked once, shame on you. Get wrecked twice, you know, shame on you. You know, divergences don't matter in strong trends. Strong trends do not care about divergences. Jimmy. Hello, hope all is well. Call Crypto, what's up, man? Wait, what's up? If you want to make money being crypto gaming might be you know, a big thing in the next bull market. I don't know. Always long and bear up posting short profit cards. Yeah, that might actually be good. Lol, look at this bear. Man, I'm so happy you are streaming. Wish I'd noticed earlier. Nah, man, you can always rewatch. There is that. 20k too is totally possible. Let me just go quickly to the rest of the chat, so you know we're gonna do that. Except it wasn't Black Swan event. It was very well apparently kids play. If you look at the pace, so we'll fall below the previous top. All the planners that blocked Black Swan. Look at Bitcoin, man. I'm going to watch this video later. Just had to press the like for now. Have a good evening, Didi. Thank you, man. And if you watch this later, you know, thank you. God Candle 46. I wish you would do some live trading again. Yeah, I wish to, but you know, I get burned once, you know, and I'm scarred for life. Bulls will be bulls, bears will be bears in crypto. However, it's better to have split personality. Dr. Karlov is in the chat. Exactly. It is very good to be split personality. You never want to be mega bull or mega bear. It doesn't pay off. It doesn't pay off. I mean, it pays off for Michael Saylor. He's been, you know, he's been buying Bitcoin up here, and he's right. I've been, you know, seeing a lot of posts that Michael Saylor is right now 1 billion in profit. I mean, in the long term, everybody, maybe everybody, I don't know. I don't know what long term. I mean, people are saying that this is gonna be here in 10, 20 years. It's good and that it might, you know, probability is very high, but you know, never be bull and bear. Never be, you know, it doesn't pay off to be bull in this move, and it doesn't pay off to be bear in this move. So it is good to, you know, notice the switches. It is good to notice the switches and then change your personality based on where the market is trending. I mean, if you look at posts on Twitter and stuff like that, right, and what people are talking in the videos, you know, bears are getting humiliated up here on this move towards upside because they are so stubborn, and there are certain bears that are not technical analysis, and that's fine. If you are a fundamental bear, that's fine. I have nothing against you if you are a fundamental bear. So the guys who are doing fundamentals, looking at, you know, stuff, you know, they have no idea, you know, what the bottom and what the top is. They do not analyze the chart like we analyze the chart. This is a TA's channel. We have a club called TA Fans Club. We like the lines. We like to analyze the chart, what's happening on the chart. We like to figure out when the stuff is, you know, trending, when it's not trending, when it's reversing, when it's, you know, changing direction and stuff like that. Guys who are fundamental into coins like Cardano or XRP, they do not understand charts. They look at the charts, but they do not understand the charts. And these guys being, you know, perma bulls or perma bears, but perma bulls usually, it's totally fine because they're just hodling all the way through, you know, 5 bull markets, and that's fine. If you're a fundamental perma bull or a fundamentally perma bear, it's based on something else than the charts. That's fine. Now, being a perma bear and calling yourself technical analysis is not fine. Just saying. You know it. Value high. I'm gonna ride my ETH long as high as I can, but I'm in a Bitcoin trade yet. Open live and dot longs yesterday. They're looking pretty good. Captain! Captain is like the best trader ever. You guys have to, you know, take notice on Captain, because Captain goes around different channels, make friends, learns a whole bunch, you know, trades, you know, day in, day out, week in, week out, learning as she goes. And I think she's doing well, because I haven't seen her portfolio or anything like that, but you know, it sounds like she's doing well. So, you know, there's that. So we can learn something from Captain, you know. Follow other people like me and Ivan on Tech, and you know, learn every day. Do not let bear market get you out, because if the bear market gets you out, then you're gonna notice when we are up here, and then you have to do this. A lot of people do that. They notice the bull market up here, and they get in, and then it starts going down, and they get bored and get out, and they then don't notice this move towards the upside. And by the time they, you know, the move towards the upside comes up here, you know, they notice it again, so they get back in. So they're getting in on the tops and getting out on the bottoms, and then get bored out of the market. But the people who stick through the boring market, those are actually people who can actually notice the move towards the upside. Solway a big bear in crypto, and he's still calling for 20k Bitcoin. Solway. He's a technical analyst. So there is that. So I was thinking we could actually look at some other charts. I've been talking for like, you know, 47 minutes. Like, take 5 minutes break, even though that means, you know, we're gonna lose like 50% of our viewers. But, you know, stick around, take 5 minute break, and we're gonna look at some altcoins, because we just been talking crap for, you know, 1 hour, you know, 45 minutes. So we're gonna look some altcoins. We're gonna see what's happening on the charts, and you know, there's that. So, you know, but yeah, we're definitely gonna lose some viewers. Do I have my 5 minute breaks thing on? Yeah, there's 5 minute break. Would you look at that? 5 minutes and we only lost like 3 people. 4 people, 5 people. That's nice. Okay, we're back. So now we can look at altcoins. Before we start, there is one channel that you need to follow, and that's Ivan on Tech. Everybody else is crap. 99% of YouTube channels are crap. I mean, there are definitely other channels that you should follow and stuff like that. But if there is one channel you follow, beside mine, of course, it is Ivan on Tech. That said, where are we gonna start? We're gonna start with Ethereum. Ethereum isn't actually out of the zone yet. This, I mean, technically over here. Let's do the bottom because bottom line is very nice. So bottom line to top line up here, it is at resistance level, but I definitely could see doing at least another 30% towards the upside, but it's not out of this rising channel up here towards the upside. And there is another very nice line channel up here for Ethereum, and that's this one up here somewhere, maybe down here. Depends on how you do it. Maybe we just take the tops, something like this. And the big question is whether Ethereum is gonna go all the way up to 100% up here. But that's 100% up here. That's not 100%. Where is 100% from the bottom down here? 3K. 3K is 100%. So you can always, these x's are very important. So this is 2x up here. So this line up here should be something like less over here. Let's try doing it like this over here. For whatever reason, maybe something like this, just so it fits our narrative. 100% move towards the upside, maybe. Look at FTM next. Yeah, sure, we'll look at FTM, man. We look at FTM. So this looks nice. I mean, but it has broken a couple of trends over here. It has broken definitely a couple of trends up here. Doesn't matter how you draw it, especially this one up here, last move. So this move up here, at least this last move that we've been watching on Ethereum, this move over here is actually broken out. So at least doubling of the channel. So the channel goes something like this up here, maybe down here, after consolidation up here somewhere, and then breakout, right? Give or take. So this move is at least the doubling of the channel, and we are not quite there yet, right? So the first move right now for Ethereum is around 22 or something like that, 2,200, give or take. See, very nice pullback up here on the line, if this is the correct line. Let's make it go a little bit higher on time frame up here, give or take. But that's at least the first move. That's the first move. So it has still something like, at least on this next move, something like another 8% up here towards the upside. Another 8% towards the upside up here. But this is just the first move on Ethereum, so it looks bullish. And Ethereum, Bitcoin, I'm still waiting for Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin, because I've seen these, this is a channel up here, this is the bottom, this outside of the channel up here. I'm still looking for Ethereum to get back inside over here, and once it is there, I'm looking for a breakout up here, and I'm looking for a move towards the upside. But we don't actually know. But we are assuming that this capsulation, like you see over here, major level of support, you break that, you get into this capsulation move, and then you reverse and go towards the other side. So everybody was thinking, just down here, everybody was thinking, what, Bitcoin is still the king, Ethereum has nothing on it, and then suddenly Ethereum does 10% move towards the upside, right? You remember that. It wasn't actually 10%, it was 12% move towards the upside. It was gigantic move. It was like no wicks move, 12%. With wicks up here, it was 13.28% move, out of nowhere. When was the last time Bitcoin did a 13% move? Yeah, when was the last time Bitcoin did a 13% move? This over here was 10%, over here 16%. Not so long ago actually. And this on the daily time frame. This was on October 23rd. Yeah, it did 16%. That's when we broke. That's when we broke the 32K, right? So yeah. So last time, yeah, okay. So last time we broke 32K, we did a 16% move. But yeah, I think right now that Ethereum is taking over. It doesn't look like that when you look at the numbers and stuff like that. But I think it will go faster and faster, and it will outperform Bitcoin. So there is that, because Bitcoin is coming to the top, right? Bitcoin is coming towards the top, and that said, Bitcoin is coming towards the top, and that said, the Bitcoin is coming very close to the top, so it doesn't have much. It doesn't have much room left to go. It doesn't have much room left to go. So I think people are thinking like, okay, now it's time to, you know, go into the altcoins that are actually, you know, could have more upside than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin right now, the way we see it, has only something like, you know, 20-30% upside. And, you know, I think like everything can actually outperform that very, very easily. Okay, let's look at Phantom right now. Phantom is up 5.73%. Let's go to the daily time frames up here. Phantom is actually, wow, Phantom is breaking rising channel towards upside. So you see up here, this is extremely bullish. These kind of channels, this is, you see this channel up here, this is a you know, very speedy rising channel. You can see down the, again, the spring came right back inside the channel, broke that towards upside, and right now continue towards the upside. This is extremely bullish over here. This is extremely. This is because the reason this is extremely bullish is because this is a very hard thing to do. Most channels just break up because they go towards the upside, they get everybody FOMO'd in and just curve towards the downside, right? So when you do actually in fact break this towards the upside, this is extremely bullish. So the fact that you know, Phantom is doing this, I can definitely see right now Phantom going towards the upside just on this small channel over here. But let's look at you know, weekly levels up here and what Phantom has been doing. So there was this trend line over here. This channel, let's double the channel towards upside up here, because this was a very nice channel. Nah, it doesn't seem that it's a doubling. Maybe it's not over here. Maybe it's down there. Where would I put it if I was, you know, and then triple it towards upside up here? It kind of looks crappy. Let's look at the last part up here. But this definitely did break. This definitely breaks. So this consolidation part up here, accumulation zone, did break towards upside. We had a nice move up and went down again, right? And over here, it looks like it's right now above the line though. You can see up here, this breakout up here out of this zone towards upside. So it looks, not only did this, you know, bullish channel up here, this small channel break towards upside, you know, this bigger trend line up, you know, the weekly time frame also broke towards the upside. There are major levels that need to be taken into consideration when it comes to Phantom. 0.53 up here, all the way up to 0.74, and everything up here. And right now this one as well. But you know, this is just a pit stop before we actually go. But I think because beside this level over here and this level is up here, this seems like, okay, there is level over here as well. It's kind of important because of these previous levels over here. There are a couple of levels that are important right now, but right now we're just coming to this very first level up here. This is a monthly time frame. But the bigger channel up here, doesn't go all the way up there. Does Phantom have, the big question is, does Phantom have the same kind of, yeah, it does. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that's nice. Look at this resistance level. Oh, that's nice. And right now we're breaking in. What are we seeing up here? 1.34. What? No way. That's 344% towards upside. No way. Could this be the case? Oh, man. Are you gonna screenshot this? Oh, 350%. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. That's very nice. We like that. Almost like that. Like, it's not almost on the dollar, but you know, we already know there is line over here, and when it, you know, confirms this part up here, and you know, it looks nice. But you know, 350%, you know, that's 4.5x. You know, that's not bad, and that's just from over here. From the very bottom, I think that's like 5x or something like that. 8x, 7x, give or take. And you know, for altcoins, you know, doing 10x and stuff like that, it's not very hard. It's not very hard. It's not very hard. For Bitcoin, doing 682% is hard. For altcoins, not so hard. If I can be greedy and ask for one more, I'd be curious to hear what you make of Say. I never heard about Say, so I'm willing to look at the chart. I've never heard about Say. It's a new coin. We got a new coin! Unfortunately, we don't like new coins because new coins don't have a lot of data. And let's see if this... And guys, I need to make an account on MaxC and shield my MaxC affiliate link. Because literally everything is on MaxC. Literally everything is on MaxC. Like every single time I see some kind of, you know, meme coin or some coin nobody heard of, it's on MaxC. Everything is on MaxC. So I will make a link. You will not sign up to MaxC just yet. You know, I'll make a link, I'll make affiliate link, and then you will sign up. We're all gonna sign up to MaxC, guys. Everything is on MaxC. Literally everything. I don't know why, but everything's on. And they got like very good like fees and stuff like that. Say this is a weekly chart. This goes to 14 August. Can we say USD? Can we find just bigger Q coin? Say Tether. August. So this is better. Say USDT. Which coin? You know, which are these? OKX perpetual swap? Probably not. Say USDT. Say on Bybit. No. I think Qcoin is Say USDT. I think Say Spot Binance. So we can assume it started down here 0.06, whatever. But it doesn't have that much data. Let's go to the daily time frame. Yeah, it is breaking up here. Let's see what kind of moves it does. 44%. It's climbing, nicely climbing up here. It's broken the trend over here. So there was a trend over here. It broke that, start climbing towards the upside. And right now it's doing another thing down here. I think it goes something like this. I think it's just trending slowly towards the upside. It still hasn't, you know, broken up here just yet. But it also has this, you know, wick like everything else. And I think it's just, you know, about, you know, time when it actually breaks towards the upside. Let me see up here on the weekly time frame. So it is breaking weekly resistance level up here. And there is another weekly resistance all the way up there at 0.15. So, but since it's already breaking up here and today is Saturday, so Sunday tomorrow, it is very easy to see that this is for whatever reason gonna hit 0.50 very, very soon. And you know, new coins, they can actually pump a big time, right? And I don't know what Say is. I'm trading on MaxC. There you go. Everything is on MaxC, man. At 38, Gandalf says, "You shall not pass." We don't trust Gandalf. Gandalf is a moon to us. What do you think of BRC20 altcoins? Good question, man. Good question. BRC20, the ordinals, the NFTs. I'm stupidly bullish on that as well. I haven't been using it, but ever since I heard that NFTs are actually inscripted on the blockchain and not just a link to some other image out there on the World Wide Web, the crappy web, I've been stupidly bullish on the ordinals. So yeah, I think guys, here is the thing about BRC20s. Look into those. If you remember, not so long ago, technically not so long, but you know, long ago, when BRC20 became a thing, I told you that, you know, you need to look into that because this is how it happens. Something new comes out, people check it out a little bit and then it go away. But people stick around, and if that thing survives, that you are there on the bottom of that new thing. BRC20 is the new thing. So the big question is, how can we profit from that? So, you know, check it out and tell me later. Bought some Wojak on MaxC, lol. Dot and CRV. I don't know about CRV, but let's check out the Polkadot, because Polkadot is up 5.87%, 6%, 5.86% up here. Is it, the first thing I want to know when I look at the chart is it out of this accumulation zone? Because not all altcoins are out of the accumulation zone. And this looks like it just might be, but you know, there are only 2 touches on this line. But it, you know, this looks like legitimately like good, because you know, it looks like it's getting out just right now. you know, this part over here should be something like this up here. I mean, this is a shorter trend. This is a shorter trend, but it's out. And it's doing the thing that a lot of other coins are doing. It's doing this this trending move, but it's out. It's out. Phantom, was it? Which one was the last coin we checked out? I forgot already. Which coin was it? Did we look at Phantom? Was it Phantom? No, that was Say. Say was still in the channel, right? But you can see up here right now that this channel up here is breaking towards upside. Stupidly bullish on Polkadot as well right now. Deal for Maxi. Yeah, but it's already out of this this move down here. But the bigger accumulation zone, if you want to call it accumulation zone goes after, you know, the bottom down here and this top up here. So I would say all of this part up here is the accumulation zone. It's still not out of that. So, you know, technically, we are all early, guys. We are all very, very early. Very, very early. And the first resistance level is up here at 60. So I would say that, you know, it can definitely go at least up until that. At least another 12% until it hits the resistance level. But, you know, resistance level are pit stops. Basically pit stops. And let's see the same thing that we looked at other charts. I don't know about this right now, but you know, 5-6x from the bottom, 10x. Oh, that might actually be the case. Polkadot 10x up here. This is actually 11x. 1000% is 11x. 900 is 10x. But you know, from the bottom towards top, 10x might be the case. Looks nice. Let's double it. I don't know if you can double this move down here. Nah. But it looks good. I mean, it is breaking out, definitely. Like, everything is breaking out. And people are not talking about Polkadot, right? People are not talking about a lot of these coins. Why? Because they don't have, you know, 20% moves. I mean, this might have been, you know, 10% move. But most of these moves are not 10%. Most of these are small moves, you know, 4-5% moves. This over here is 4% move. Most of these moves are very, very slow. So people are not talking about Polkadot. But when you look at it, like, I mean, from the bottom towards the top up here, it's already up like 60%, right? It's already up like 60%. So this is the, if you hold Polkadot or any other coin, this is kind of the best kind of thing that you can actually hope for, because nobody's noticing. You do not want other people to notice your coins that are pumping. You want everybody to like, shh, do not talk about my coin. Do not talk about Polkadot. Shh, you know, because when people start talking about it, it's over. Check link, target 19.5. Yeah, what's up with link, guys? What's up with link? Chain link. Let's see, down here, it's up 6. Wow, this thing, oh my god, this thing is definitely out of accumulation zone. It's up right now from the very bottom down here towards the top, 250%. And if you just long this on the breakout, you know, 70% up already. It just keeps on pumping, and this has a lot, you know, this is 7% move. This, like, daily moves are in extreme. This is a 40% move, 6% move, like every single move beside this move up here. And this first move up here was also like 70 insane moves on Chainlink. But Milan says the target is 19 something. And I think it goes from this over here. But this already broke. So I don't think it's this one. And this one is too steep, so it can't be that one. And you just double it up here, and it's above that as well. You can triple it up here. It's all the way 19.2 or something like that. But this is literally just consolidation, sideways consolidation. We've got bigger time frames up here. Let me invert the chart. Let me start drawing the lines up here, up there. So here. Yeah, but that's just the breakout. $19.5 is a major level though. So it's definitely gonna, you know, have a pit stop over here. But the big question is gonna, you know, stay there or not. 16.5 is getting broken, so it is very likely that this is one of the major key levels. But where would I draw this line down here? Absolutely, but I don't think there is any link USD. He was on BitMEX. PolionX. PolionX got hacked, guys. PolionX got hacked. Looks like somewhere over here. This move. The only thing I see on Chainlink is the resistance 90.5, so it might be that yearly. Oh, yearly is resistance. Yeah, nice. But which one was? I want to have a history of Link because Link's been around for a while. Gate.io. Maybe this is the thing. No, but Link is a beast right now. Link is a beast, definitely a beast. It's from bottom up here, it's already up to 100%. So I didn't buy the bottom, but I told people to buy it, so it's almost as good. And I told them the date. There you go. What is the date for that? What is the date for Chainlink? Can you search chart of Casper? What is Casper? I don't know. One somebody else, the Corrupt Life guy, about one a day or two ago. He said flat link of that one is dead. I don't think these one is. I don't think layer 1 blockchains will die that easily though. No, I just the good thing is it's not as bad as EOS, you know. You can see up here it's not below the previous lows, which is actually very, very good. You know, EOS is down here, which is actually very, very bad. You don't want your coin to go down lower than the previous bear market, right? I mean, that's the first thing. You don't want your coin to go down below the previous bear market. It's up here somewhere. If this is the channel, it's not out of the channel just yet. So I would say, you know, targets might be around here, you know, 0.19 or whatever that is. This on the weekly, so next week up here, 0.19 or something like that. But where is the monthly closes? It's in the area up there. This is a very important level of resistance. So 18, 19, give or take, I would say that's the first pit stop before we have to, you know, analyze what's going to happen. But I think this is going to go all the way up there right now, into this area up here. So it has something like, you know, 20-30% left up towards the top. Next week 9.5 and then dump. Yeah, but next week is like everything is next week. But I'm a little bit unsure because I think that when Bitcoin tops out, I think there will be, you know, huge, you know, selling of Bitcoin, and they will be going to meme coins and altcoins. So I think definitely the altcoins are gonna continue pumping. Type link USD without T. Yeah, that's good. Link USD without T. But it's on Coinbase, but it's not. It's still, you know, 12 months. No, it started in 2017. I think that's when. I think that's when it got listed as well. Polymex. Look at ORDI, VMP, and SATs. Casper is a legit project. We don't care about whether a project is legit, man. We are looking at Pepe. How much of a legit does it be? AVAX is up 11%. What's happening with AVAX? AVAX is pumping like crazy. Is it out of the channel? Yeah, so that's why it's pumping. So when I see these channels, you know, you know, my immediate reaction is, you know, doubling of the channel towards the upside, right? Without disregard for anything, right? And you can see up here, there's a resistance up here. This is a monthly resistance level, previous, and it corresponds very nicely to these 32 levels up here. And it's out of the accumulation zone as well. So right now, I think the coins are actually getting out of these accumulation zones. We care about fundamentals, F fundamental. Exactly. Pepe is too legit. So what other coins are interesting? There, yeah, but I think they pumped. Tron is pumping out of the channel towards upside. I saw that. Let me see. Sui. Sui is one of these coins that I've been looking at before. You can see up here, as soon as it broke my channel towards upside. This is a long time since I actually looked at this. But Sui is going up. But there was Aptos. Aptos. Aptos was one of these coins that I was following. This looks more legit though. But no, it should, you know, the last part should be over here. I think something like this up here. There we go. I think this is the channel. I'm doubling of the channel right now. It doesn't seem that way. Let's see where the resistance level, like major resistance level up here on this are. Yeah, I tapped that on the dollar almost. So it's coming to that level, but I think it's gonna break it. And I think once it breaks this resistance level up here, it might go. That's monthly resistance level, and weekly is all the way up there. So weekly we get a couple of resistance level up here. This is getting broken. This is getting broken right now, which is actually major. How much is it up since the bottom? 68%. 100% is up here, give or take. I think up to 96, 97, give or take. Almost everything is topping out next week. Yeah, almost everything. Almost everything. Yeah, coin that people are not talking that much about is Matic. Matic had a correction of 68%. And right now it's going again towards upside. But Matic did not come to the Matic lows down here. It came to the Matic, you know, down here at 0.4, pulled back, never came below 0.72 up here. Came into these levels over here. And right now, right back above these levels. So Matic is still, you know, very, very early. And Matic is one of these coins that people are not talking much about, but when it starts pumping, everybody talks about Matic because it's such a bullish coin, right? It's such a bullish coin. No, this is this line, bottom line should go something like this over here. Let's go to 2 weekly time frame up here. I think something over here. It's even at the resistance level that we just talked about. Let's see how it looks actually from the tops up here, because this top seems to be important though. This is too steep. It's already was there. But the trend over here, the downtrend is broken definitely, right? That was the first downtrend broken. And over here, that's the second downtrend over here broken, give or take. Right, and start popping. So it's just outside this very first curve up here. If you think these gains are big, just wait until these kind of moves start happening up here, right? Again, you know, 100% moves, stuff like that. That's gonna get everybody super, you know. But let's assume this is over here. This is the line. Then you can say that maybe, just maybe up here around $1 is also going to be a very major resistance level. But everything is starting to move out of these, you know, out of these accumulation zones. And this up here looks like, you know, a shoe pattern that actually had a double bottom down here, and then creates right now move towards the upside. But it's nowhere outside yet. I mean, it's just getting out of this first resistance level. It's not even up here at you know, $1. $1.2 up here, and then there are also this resistance level up here at 0.9, but these seem to be very, you know, important up here. So it has a, you know, at least, you know, 30 to, you know, 40-50% left. Bitcoin says tops out, everything goes down, but also not as much as Bitcoin, but because they never went out of the accumulation phase and Bitcoin did. Bull market barrier indicator for Bitcoin shows exactly when true bull and bear starts, red and blue color. Yesterday we got the blue zone. We're just trying to see how it plays out. Okay, let's check out the indicator, because, you know, indicators. So let's go to Bitcoin. And let's clean up the chart. This is my chart. And it's called bull market barrier. Bull market of Firefly TA. Now we are on the yellow. This is monthly, but you see, just before we have the blue, we are on the yellow. On the weekly, we are on the yellow. But you know, you can have several yellows. You can have yellow over here, you can have yellow over there. There is a little bit yellow. But you know, it indicates that, you know, stuff is starting to change. Stuff is starting to change. And we are into that zone right now. Let me just go to the logarithmic chart, because I think this is easier to see on the logarithmic chart. So once you're above the line, you're above the blue. But you can still go back into the blue. You see, above the blue and into the blue. Above the blue, into the blue. Then we came up here and got above it. So you go up here 46 and then down here and then, you know, towards upside. So pull back down to 30k and then up. Woohoo! History rhymes and all of that. I'm late. Hope the stream will go for longer. I'm a little bit unsure about it because it's been 1.5 hours and my mouth is getting a little bit, you know, dry. And there are some other things that I want to do. So I think we'll, you know, end the stream over here. It was nice, you know, stream. It was very chatty. Thanks everybody for stopping by. By the way, guys, do not sign up for MaxT just yet. I will make the affiliate link first. And then you can sign up for MaxT, because all the coins are on MaxT. Literally all the coins on MaxT. So, you know, we gotta be on MaxT. I don't know why. Anyways, guys, have a nice day. I don't think this is, you know, top for Bitcoin just yet. use my. You already have max C. Damn. So I don't think this is top. Anybody saying to you at 38k this is top, you know, unsubscribe. And if it's in fact legitimately top, go back, subscribe to them and unsubscribe to me. I have max C. Okay. But everybody else who does not have a max C, you know, don't sign up just yet. Okay guys, have a nice evening. Watch the charts. Stuff pumps just out of the blue. Suddenly, you know, pump. You can see right now it's time to, you know, find coins that are pulling a little bit back, that are going into, you know, going into the support levels. Because when Bitcoin and Ethereum again decides to, you know, pump on another 10%, everything else is gonna be up like 10, 20, like then you're just forming into green candles, right? And then you have to wait exactly this moment, like you have to wait through the pain of the pullback to get back on top again, right? So these are actually the best time to look at the charts, when the stuff is actually red, when it's consolidating. See up here, it pulled back, it's consolidating, right? That's the best time. That's the best time to look at the charts, you know, because when it starts doing this up here, you know, it's too late. Unless you're down here, you know, it's too late to buy up here, right? Because it might actually do the same thing up here again, move and then continue, and then you have to go, you know, you have to live through the pullback. So there is that. Guys, have a nice evening. By the way, I hope my background music was too loud. I forgot to ask. Enjoy the day. Where's my outro?